Good afternoon. I am Banupriya, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science in PhD College of Arts and Science. Now I am going to take the topic as decision making statements in C programming. In C programming consists of two decision making statements. One is decision making and then branching. Another one is decision making and then looping. Decision making and branching is consist of four types: if statement, switch statement, conditional operator statements, go-to statement. Decision making and then looping, it consists of three types: while loop statement, do-while loop statement, and then for loop statements. So repeating important section of the program is nothing but a looping. Selecting between the optional selection of a program is nothing but a branching. Now we have to see decision making and branching, decision making and looping statements. So decision making and branching is nothing but in the programming language, in order to executing the sum of the instructions may have to be changed depending upon the certain conditions or certain expressions. So this involves a kind of decision making to see whether a particular condition has occurred or not. If it is occurred, then direct the computer to execute the certain instructions according to the condition will be true. Decision making and the looping is slightly different between the branching and the looping. In looping, execute the statements, a set of statements repeatedly. It's known as a looping. This may be executed a specified number of times. If you specify a number of times, n equal to 10, so this statement will be executed 10 times. It depends upon the satisfaction of the test of conditions. A program loop is made up of two parts. One part is a body of the loop, another one part is a conditional condition. Control conditions. Okay, so depending on the control condition statements, the statements within the loop may be executed. So in decision making and branching consists of first type is if statement. So if statement is the powerful decision making branching statements. It is used to control the flow of execution of the statements. So when decision making in a program, they are simply the result of the computation in which the final result is either true or false. For example, if the value is equal to the particular condition, then it will be executed the body of the statements. So the value of 0 is considered to be the false. The value of some positive or negative number is considered to be a true. In if condition consists of four subdivisions. One is simple if statement, another one is if else statement, third one is nested if else statement, fourth one is else if ladder. So now we have to see a simple if statement, syntax and example for this decision making and branching statements. So simple if statement is used to control the flow of execution of the statements and able to test the conditions whether a condition is true or false. If the condition is true, then execute true black statements. If the condition is false, then control is transferred to the next statements. This is the syntax of simple if statement. In the syntax, if condition true, then statement is executed. Otherwise, the condition control is transferred to the next statement. If the condition is true, for example, in this flow chart of simple if statement, test condition first evaluate the test condition. The test condition is true, then execute the X statement. If the test condition is false, then the control is transferred to the next statement. This is the flow chart of simple if statement. If else statement, the if else statement is the extension of one simple if statement. If the condition is true, first evaluate the condition. If the condition will be a true, then execute the true black statements. If the condition is false, then execute the false black statements. Will be executed the false black statements. It is used to execute some statements when the condition is true and execute some other statements when the condition is false, depending on the logical test or condition test. So if the condition is true, then execute the executable X statement, true statement. If the condition is false, an executable Y statements. So next one is nested if else statement. It is the series of if statements are occurred. Nested means one if statement consists of another one if statement. That is called a nesting. So we can write an entire if else statements in another one if else statements is called the nesting. So in this statement, first evaluate the condition 1. If the condition 1 is true, then control is transferred to the condition 2, true or false. If it is condition 2 is true, then execute the statement 1. Condition 2 is false, then execute the statement 2. If the condition 1 is false, then condition 3 true or false. Check the condition 3. If the condition 3 is executed, if it is true, it will be executed the statement 3. Then if it is false, then execute the statement 4. This is the nesting if else statements. So flow chart of nested if else statement here. Test condition 1 is checked first. If it is true, then check the test condition 2. If the test condition 2 is true, then statement 3 will be executed. Test condition 2 is false, statement 2 is executed. If the test condition 1 is false, then check the condition 3. The condition 3 is evaluated. If it is true, then the statement 4 will be executed. If the condition 3 is executed, statement 3 will be executed. If all the conditions executed, then the control flow is transferred to the next statement. Then we have to see the else if ladder. When a series of decisions are involved, we have to use more than one if else statements called the multiple if statement. The multiple if else statements are much faster than the series of if else statements. So now we have to see the syntax of else if ladder. Ladder is nothing but first we have to check the condition 1. If it is true, statement 1 is executed. Else the condition 2 checked. If it is condition 2 is true, then statement 2 is executed. If the condition 2 false, then if condition 3 checking. Condition 3 is evaluated, then condition 3 is true, then statement 3 will be executed up to condition n. So suppose if you give the n equal to 50, 50 times it will be executed. So this is the else if ladder, flow chart of else if ladder. Here first we check the test condition 1. The test condition 1 is true, statement 1 is executed. Test condition 1 is false, then test condition 2 checked. If the test condition 2 is true, then statement 2 is executed. If it is false, then check the test condition 3. Test condition 3 is true, then statement 3 is executed up to the test condition n is checked. If the test condition n is true, then execute the statement n. This is the flow chart of else if ladder. Now we have to see the switch statement. The control statements which allows us to make the decisions on the number of choices is called the switch or switch case statements. It is a difference between the if and then switch. If you use the if statement, you have to check the both the condition when the condition is satisfactory in which condition, this condition will be executed. In switch case, first we have to check the expression. If it is executed, when it's nothing but if the case is acted accordingly, the switch expression, then case only executed. Then last, if the case is false, then default black will be executed. Then break the statements. So it's a multi-way decision making statements. It is the test in the given variable or expression against a list of case values. So this is the syntax for switch statement. This is the flow chart of selection process of switch statement. So if the expression value is equal to 1, then black 1 will be executed. Expression value equal to 2, then black 2 will be executed. The expression value is not match any values, then defaultly it will go to the default black. Then next one statement X will be executed. Conditional operator statements. This operator is a combination of question mark and then colon. It takes 3 operands. So conditional expression, first evaluate the conditional expression. The conditional expression is true, then expression 1 will be executed. The conditional expression is false, then expression 2 will be executed. This is the conditional operator syntax. Then if the expression is false, then whatever we are writing after this colon statement, it will be executed. So go to statement, like many other languages, C supports the go to statements to branch unconditionally from one point to another in the program. So it may not be essential to use the go to statement in highly structured programming. This is the syntax for go to statements, not recommended but may be used occasionally. So why these are the, now we have to see the decision making with looping statement. It consists of three types. First one is while loop statements. It's a entry control loop statements. It executes as long as the expression is true. When is the expression is true, the body of the loop will be executed. While loop is an entry control loop. This is the syntax of while loop statement. While condition will be true, the statement S is executed, then increment or decrement the loop counter. This is the flow chart of while loop statement. First start the process, then initialization of the variables, then test the condition of the variable. If the test the condition of the variable the true, then body of the loop is executed, then increment or decrement the counter up to n number of values. While n equal to 10, n greater than or equal to 10, next we have to execute it 10 times in that loop. Then after getting the n value is 11, then condition false, then stop the execution. Do while statements. So do while statement, if body of the loop may not be executed, the condition is not satisfied in while loop. So since the test is done at the end of the loop, the statement in the braces will also always be executed at least once. The statements in the braces are executed repeatedly as long as the expression in the parenthesis is true. So first, this is the syntax of do while statement. First initialization of loop counter, then do the statement, then check the condition at last. So it's an exit control loop. Next we have to see the flow chart of do while statements. Do while loop. So start initialization of variables, then body of the loop will be executed, then test the condition, the increment or decrement the counters, then test the condition. If the test condition is true, then it will be go to the body of the loop. If the test condition is false, then skip the control to the last statement, then program will be exited. Next we have to see the for loop. For loop is another one entry control loop. It is used to execute some set of instruction repeatedly until the condition becomes false. Initial conditions and then modify some values to perform each successful loop as long as some condition is true. So this is the syntax of for loop. First initialization, test condition, then increment or decrement, counter increment. Body of the loop will be executed. The three expressions, expression 1 sets up the initial condition, second one is the whether the trip through the loop should be taken increment or uploading the or decrement the counter variables. Then start the program, initialization, test condition, increment or decrement, then body of the loop will be executed. If the condition will be false, then control is transferred to the stop process. The condition, all the processes are stopped. Thank you. One and all.